For 15 years, Fastcase has been substantially ahead of the legal research curve, forcing the incumbent platforms to adapt and innovate. In some ways, we're a better option, and in others, we're a great legal research complement. Fastcase has designed its search engine around efficiency, and at the center of it all is case searching. Let's say you found the case you want to pull from the database. Just type in the citation, no need to click anything else, and click search or press enter. If you have several citations you'd like to pull, just separate them with commas and click search. If I want to run a complex Boolean search to get back cases telling me the state of the law regarding the citation of unpublished opinions in Ohio, I might try something like this search. If I don't want to take the time to craft a Boolean search, I can just use our natural language search feature. Note that this search returns over 99,000 cases. That's because a natural language search is necessarily a lot broader than a Boolean search. We don't tell you to narrow down your search, though. Our algorithms are flexible enough that we can display millions of cases to you at one time. By default, we're sorting by relevance, which takes into account all of your keywords, how close they are to each other, how many times they appear, and the overall authority of the case. We can sort millions of cases on the fly in many different ways, however. Let's resort by the These Results column by clicking on the heading. The These Results column is a feature designed and implemented here at Fastcase. The number here indicates how many times the case in these search results have cited to a case. So while we have a number indicating how many times the case has been cited overall, that really only tells us how popular a case is. It doesn't really impart any information about the substantive importance of a case. A high These Results number indicates not only that the case is popular, but that it's popular with cases discussing the specific area of law that you're interested in searching. So let's click on the first case listed here, Blakemore. The case loads in the center of the screen with the caption at the top and the search terms highlighted. I can press N to cycle through to the next search term, or P to cycle through to the previous one. I can also press M to jump to the most relevant paragraph of the case. One helpful feature we've developed is the use of static URLs. I can copy this long URL at the top of my screen to an email or an instant message and send it to my law clerk or associate. Then he or she can rerun that search that I performed just by clicking on the link. This can be done from any screen in Fastcase. Fastcase has developed a suite of data visualization tools to help you research smarter. Let's say I want an overview of the comparative negligence jurisprudence in Ohio. I could type this in and click search, then try reading through these results, but that's going to take a long time to figure out the state of the doctrine. Instead, let's check out the Fastcase interactive timeline. Each bubble here represents a case. The up and down or y-axis is the relevancy, and cases to the right are newer cases. I can hover my mouse over any of these cases to get more information about it, and I can click the link to open it up. Now here at a glance I can see that cases involving comparative negligence were virtually non-existent until a few cases in the late 70s began a waterfall of comparative negligence cases. I can hover over those cases to see what they are and figure out how the doctrine changed by only reading a fraction of the cases I would have to read using traditional text results. Fastcase also helps you research smarter without asking you to do anything extra. Let's take an example where a new associate hears the phrase Chevron deference and wants some more information about it. He or she goes and runs a search on all jurisdictions for Chevron deference. And while a lot of results come up, the one result we're really looking for would never show up in a traditional legal research service. Why is that? Because Chevron versus NRDC never actually uses the phrase Chevron deference. Nonetheless, Fastcase has implemented a feature called Foresight to identify not only the cases returned by your search, but also the cases we think that you're really meant to search for. Clicking on the Foresight link reveals several cases that don't strictly match your search terms, but we think you need to know about, and in this case, the first one is Chevron. What about statutes? With Fastcase, you can find and print one statute, or let's say I want to download the entire chapter on obstruction for justice onto my iPad. I can do that with just a few clicks. I've decided to download the entire chapter as a zip file of PDFs. Each statute is saved with its file name reflecting the title of the specific section involved, and I can save one, all, or some of these files wherever I want. You can do this for up to 500 documents at one time. At the bottom of the statute, we can see the annotations. Our annotation process is automatic and immediate. As soon as a case is entered into the database, we process it for statute citations and annotate statutes within minutes. This is done automatically and typically appears within 24 to 48 hours of a court filing a slip opinion. So there's literally no way to get more up-to-date annotations than through the Fastcase service. We know your time is valuable. It's really our design and development philosophy here at Fastcase, and we appreciate your taking the time to learn about this member benefit. If you have more questions about this service, please feel free to ask one of the bar representatives or get in touch with us by using any of the options on your screen. Happy researching.